When you see institutional wallets quietly moving hundreds of millions in a token under the radar, you know something big is brewing. FalconX, the same firm that just acquired 21 shares, might be stacking ZBCN ahead of an ETF launch. And that's not all. ZBEC is going mainstream with a nationwide campaign across NBA and NHL arenas starting this weekend. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Goldrush Crypto Daily, the home for your daily dose of crypto news. Today we're breaking down a wild chain of events, from institutional accumulation to mainstream adoption, all centered around ZBEC's ZBCN token. Smash that like button if you're feeling bullish today, drop your price prediction for ZBCN below, and don't forget to subscribe, because we drop these breakdowns every single day to keep you one step ahead. Let's start with what might be one of the biggest under-the-radar moves this month. A post from ZBCNman caught the attention of the entire ZBEC community. And honestly, the implications are massive. We're talking about FalconX, a top-tier institutional broker, moving huge sums of ZBCN across wallets. The kicker? FalconX just acquired 21 shares, one of the world's leading ETP and ETF issuers. On-chain data shows FalconX linked hot wallets, transferring nearly 149 million ZBCN tokens. That's roughly $500,000 worth over the past few days. Now, that might not sound like much compared to, Bitcoin whales, but context is everything. And here's where things get spicy. Back in October 2025, FalconX acquired 21 shares, a Swiss-based company behind dozens of crypto ETFs and ETPs in Europe. That's the same 21 shares that helped bring Bitcoin and Ethereum ETPs to mainstream markets. Here's my view. This could mark the start of a serious narrative shift for ZBCN. We've been saying for months, DeFi projects that solve real-world payment problems are going to lead the next bull run. ZBEC's real-time payroll model bridges Web3 and traditional finance, and if ETFs enter the picture, it's game over for the skeptics. And speaking of institutions, the broader market just gave us another wild signal of returning confidence. According to Coin Bureau, the crypto market added $156 billion in just 7 hours, with altcoins alone accounting for over $81 billion of that move. That's not retail money. That's deep liquidity rotation. Bitcoin dominance dipped slightly, which tells us capital is flowing into the mid and small caps. Historically, this kind of surge marks the start of what we call altcoin season ignition. Early moves like these are where projects like ZBEC often outperform, especially when backed by fresh narratives like ETF speculation and real-world adoption. If you've been waiting on the sidelines for confirmation that institutions are back, this is it. The smart money is rotating, and as we'll see next, ZBCN isn't just winning on-chain, it's breaking into the mainstream spotlight. The next major update comes from ZBCN Nut, who dropped what might be the biggest mainstream campaign in ZBEC's history. Starting November 10th, ZBEC and Uphold are launching a full-blown U.S. marketing takeover, featuring NBA and NHL stadium ads and radio campaigns across major U.S. cities. ZBEC's partnership with Uphold, which already holds U.S. regulatory approval and operates across more than 180 countries, gives them mainstream credibility. The slogan, "Speed, Precision, Trust," isn't just catchy, it sums up what ZBEC does: real-time automated payroll streams built on Solana. So, this is how you cross the chasm. First, institutions accumulate quietly. Then, the brand hits the public stage. That's really how adoption curves look before exponential growth. And, it's not just hype, the numbers are backing it up too. Uphold's own platform Topper just revealed its top 10 most traded assets this week. And, well, guess who made the cut? Yep, ZBCN slid in at number 10, right alongside giants like Bitcoin, USDT, and Ethereum. A powerful post from Deepak Mukram summed it up perfectly. To all new ZBCN holders, Aim to accumulate 500,000 to 1 million tokens while the ocean is still calm. When ZBEC touches 10 cents and beyond, these early ripples will turn into life-changing waves. So, what's driving this? Well, it all comes down to confidence. For months, ZBEC flew under the radar while the market was totally focused on layer 2s and meme coins. But now, with big institutional validation, regulatory partnerships, and public campaigns kicking in, the narrative is definitely shifting. Community accumulation really matters here because it stabilizes those price floors. And honestly, we've seen that with ZBEC's recent chart structure. Support zones are holding steady around $0.003, setting up for what looks like a breakout formation. This is where conviction meets opportunity. The people who stack during uncertainty are usually the ones celebrating on the other side of the bull run. And I'm seeing the same early community energy we saw with Solana back in 2020 and Avalanche in early 2021. Every bull run has its star sectors. And if the last one was about NFTs and meme coins, this one's going to be about real-world utility. ZBEC's mix of payments, compliance, and speed fits perfectly into that thesis. So, to wrap it up, here's what you need to know. FalconX might be positioning ZBCN for institutional exposure, possibly even ETF structures. The entire crypto market added $156 billion in just hours, showing institutional momentum is back. ZBEC and Uphold are taking over mainstream media with sports and radio campaigns. ZBCN broke into Topper's top 10, showing real trading volume. And the community is doubling down on accumulation ahead of potential parabolic moves. What do you think? Are institutions gearing up for a ZBEC ETF? Do you believe ZBCN could hit 10 cents this cycle? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Until next time, this is Goldrush Crypto Daily, where we turn the noise into opportunity. Stay bullish, stay sharp, and remember, this isn't financial advice, it's strategic perspective. See you in the next one.